university for years, that idea had to be shelved because I dropped out of school and had my kids.
You finally left me and the kids. My mum and dad, they helped out, but they were old, so I couldn't ask too much of them. I was depressed. I didn't realise it, but I was. So I started to drink.
I tried for years to break the spirals of addiction, rehab and relapse. My mental health was terrible. Finally, I got prescribed antidepressants.
They died, one after another. My mum and dad. I was shocked. I was grieving. I was skint. I got more and more aggressive towards my mum. Left home. Nowhere else to go.
My family was desperate to break the cycle, so they moved from the city to Blackpool. Really think it was easier to score here and get involved in crime. Eventually, I just moved out so I could do as much smack as I wanted.
It was hard to find work. I can't remember why, but I ended up leaving my approved premises. I wasn't able to find available tenancy, so I became homeless. No fixed address, access to benefits was very limited. Sleeping rough, alcohol and spice were the things that helped me.
Fuck you!
I was at the end of my tether. But my kids would be better off without me. I was left with nothing. Can't describe how hopeless things had got. Everything was just pitch black. I was left with nothing and I didn't know what the hell I was supposed to do to get my life back. Social services intervened and my kids were put on an at-risk register. It was for me. I rock bottom, I guess.
I started to suffer from panic attacks, I had insomnia, and obsessive suicidal thoughts. I became a functioning alcoholic, someone that would just drink themselves into oblivion every single night and then just get up for work the next morning. Nobody noticed, or if they did, they never said anything or confronted me about it. So I just carried on doing it for years and years and years.
I started dealing drugs.
I got arrested a lot. I got evicted a lot.
And suddenly, I realised that most of my friends are either in prison, long-term ill, or dead.
I was so severely ill from alcohol that I was facing a life or death choice. But I was lucky, and I finally found the help that I needed. I started volunteering for alcohol recovery services, and that really helped me.
I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
I started a new treatment programme, took a job as a counsellor, started to work with Fulfilling Lives. That's where I met Jenny. She became a client of mine, so I read her files.
It was as if I was trapped in this crashing plane and I couldn't see a way out.
Eventually, I got my enhanced DBS certificate and started doing key work with vulnerable clients, bridging the gap that often fell between key services.
Couldn't seem to get the right support. It was like one thing cancelled the other out. Being an addict and having mental health issues. I often missed appointments. I tried, but just didn't always get it together. If I skipped one, it meant I was kicked off the whole programme, and it was difficult. Finding a treatment plan that would take me in the end.
It is understood just before her 14th birthday, the client's father forced her to engage in underage sex work to generate income, and that after a period of approximately 6 months, she vacated her home situation, resulting in homelessness. This led to a period of sofa surfing with various people. Following an arrest for shoplifting and possession, she was diagnosed with acute anxiety, PTSD, and put on a methadone program for her now habitual usage of heroin. It is understood she is engaged in sex work.
I made contact with my former substance misuse worker and started to get clean. I started volunteering for the local drug and alcohol support, and that allowed me to maintain and then to quit completely. Then eventually I got a degree in social care. Started volunteering and working professionally in drug and alcohol services.
I got one-to-one support by the congregation. Resulting worse, so I left. Ending up in a hostel. Again.
Because we understand that people at the lowest ebb are often going to disengage. We don't turn away from people just because they fall off the radar.
I couldn't believe these people hadn't given up on me. They were looking for me every day. It made me feel cared for, and gave me some self-belief. So I had to try again.
The level of trust we build, the care and attention we maintain, it all forms a part of a process that seems to genuinely reach people. We speak in the language our clients speak. We understand them. And we know their issues.
I got arrested. Again!
The client became involved with a well-known drug dealer, which resulted in a relatively short period of time dealing small quantities of amphetamines. It is understood that this relationship swiftly became abusive in nature, and that, in order to escape that situation, the client once again found herself homeless, this time finding herself in the streets.
She eventually re-engaged with the process and started to regularly attend mental health clinics.
I've got a new birth certificate. I've got in contact with my mum and I've even started to visit her again. I've got a new forever home and I'm starting college again soon.
I remembered I came to Blackpool on holiday as a child. It was a good memory. I'd heard from other road sleepers that Blackpool was a good place to go, so I decided to make a move.
The clients we work with are often extremely vulnerable, and we can never forget that. The best thing we can do is keep fighting for the best possible outcome for people facing multiple disadvantage. She was engaging with rehab. We found her a safe place to live. She was getting clean, starting to take back control of her own life.
I arrived in Blackpool. Instead of things getting better, it got worse. I started to sleep rough near the promenade. This particular client's case is unfortunately a common one. Many people come to Blackpool hoping to leave their problems behind, but the reality is rather different. It's not as easy as running away from the world and escaping to the seaside.
Started to have obsessive, suicidal thoughts.
A former associate of hers robbed and assaulted her. She relapsed. Our lives were so similar, but things don't always end so well, no matter how much support we provide. She was found dead at a friend's house from a heroin overdose.
We should make more use of workers with lived experience, so they can make more services welcoming and compassionate and understanding. That meant I could support Reece in finding accommodation, make sure he went to his mental health clinics as a priority.
I've got my life back. There's so much lost time I need to make up for. And things I want to do. For the first time in years, I can feel hopeful. I'm steering my life. I feel positive, and I know that things are changing for the better.
I'd love to see parts of this project as part of a wider systemic change.
It's going to be so important that all the facts and research we've collected are going to be a key part of the Fulfilling Lives legacy. It's going to be a necessary shift in thinking that will not only save lives, but will also lower the costs of the vital frontline services.
It was like I'd fallen through a hole in the world and couldn't find my way out. I'm just thankful and lucky to have been given another chance.
We should never give up hope, no matter how heartbreaking things may become.
I'm still working towards my goals.